Hey all, what's up everybody? This is Tim with today's SCE. Hope wherever you're at, you're doing awesome. And thanks so much for tuning in. So the title for today's clip is called Act As If. And what I want to talk to you today about is one of the most useful and effective principles that I've come across. It's actually really old. However, it's one of the greatest springboards to get you to where you want to go in just about any place, space, arena of your life that you want to. And when you boil it down, the principle of Act As If simply says that whoever you want to be, whatever you want to be, whatever you're shooting for, act as if you're already that person or in that space now. And by doing so, you'll automatically start to move in that direction. And a guy named William James, who was one of the premier American philosophers a couple hundred years ago, came up with a principle that said, we basically act in accordance with the way that we see ourselves. And if you want to become anything, start to act in that manner before you're there, and you'll move in that direction. And science has since found that once we start to do that, we begin to program ourselves on a subconscious level, on a spiritual level, that this is important to us, and our brain, our subconscious mind, finds a way to get there. And a lot of times it happens automatically under the surface, but you start to see situations and events and circumstances and people appear into your lives that actually move you in that direction. And a lot of research has been done on this. They found that from a real simplistic standpoint, that if you clench your fist, your willpower actually goes up 40% more, simply because you're in a state of power. Or if you want to be more persistent, cross your arms for a minute or two, and the studies have found that you actually develop a higher degree of persistence. Harvard did a study of people who were in their 70s, and they told them to act like they did when they were in their 20s and 30s, and they found that their vitality increased, their moods, their attitudes, everything about them changed. So on a very short-term basis, however you want to be, if you want to be a happier person, if you want to be more fulfilled, start to act like you're in that position right now. And one of the most simple things you can do is, if you want to be happier, just start to smile for a minute or two. And you can absolutely have the most sour disposition, but if you start to smile and hold that for 120 seconds, 2 minutes, it actually changes your brain chemistry, and you find yourself becoming more happy. So wherever you want to go, think about, what does a person in that situation look like? What do they act like? How do they hold themselves? How do they carry themselves? And you'll move in that direction. Now, that's the micro level. The macro level is even more exciting. So if you have big goals and dreams and aspirations, whether it's becoming a professional athlete, or winning an athletic competition, or generating significant impact and contribution in the world, or becoming a business person, or an author, or a singer-songwriter, or a better parent, whatever the case may be, get a clear picture in your mind of what that looks like. Think about what a person in that situation does, what they read, the decisions they make, the things they say, the emotions that they feel, the kind of people they hang out with, the things they do. Get as clear as possible. Write it all out if you have to. It may take pages and pages, but once you get it defined, then start to follow through on that. Start to make decisions as if you were that person. Start to feel as if you were that person. Start to read the things that that kind of person would read. Start to go to the places that that kind of person would start to go, and talk like that person would. And little by little, as you do that day in and day out over time, eventually you're going to find that you become that person. Another way to complement this is find somebody who's already in that position, who's really successful, study that individual, and do what they do. That's called modeling. So that sort of takes the act as if principle and it complements it. But wherever you want to go, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do, act, talk, and think like you're already in that position, and your subconscious mind will take you there. It absolutely is a fact. It happens all the time. You actually need to become something on the inside before you become it on the outside. And once that image takes hold on the inside, and once your internal story starts to change, and more importantly, your behaviors start to change, you gain momentum, and you are on the express train to your destination. So I'm really giving you a pretty awesome key as to how to become and do and get to wherever you want to become, do whatever you want to do, and achieve whatever it is that you want to do. And it can be something grand, it can be something small, it can be something that you change immediately. Right now, today, you can take action on this immediately. Define what that is, and start to act like you're already in that space and already that person. And you'll find yourself get tremendous lift in a short period of time, and it will absolutely propel you there. And then you start to live in that space day in and day out consistently, and you will become whoever it is that you want to become. And pretty soon, you'll be in a place that you only once dreamed about. So the act as if principle works. It's been around for thousands of years. It's been studied for hundreds of years, validated time and time again. Find something simple, test it for the next 30 days. It will work for you. Watch it happen. So Tim from the LV, wishing you an awesome day, an awesome weekend. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.